My best friend of 8 years was the reason I almost lost everything. The worst part? He was standing right next to me when it happened. Jake and I met on the first day of 6th grade. He sat down next to me at lunch because every other seat was taken, and we talked for 4 hours straight. That was it. From that day, we were inseparable. 8 years of everything. Every birthday, every heartbreak, every late night where the world felt too big, and we made it smaller just by talking. He was the kind of friend you assume you will have forever because the idea of life without them genuinely does not compute. I told him things I have never told another person. I trusted him with the parts of myself I was still figuring out. That is important. Remember that. We were both trying to break into the same industry. Creative work, competitive, the kind of field where who you know matters as much as what you can do. I had spent 2 years building a portfolio and a small but real reputation. I had one contact in particular, a creative director named Donna, who had started paying attention to my work. She had not offered me anything yet, but we had exchanged emails, and she had commented on 2 of my projects. For someone at my level, that was enormous. I told Jake about her because of course I did. He was my best friend. 6 months later, I sent Donna a follow-up email about a project I had just finished. She replied quickly, which felt promising, but the tone was strained, distant, almost cold. She said she had already been in touch with someone from my circle and was moving forward with them instead. I did not understand what that meant. I went back through everything trying to figure out who from my circle could have even known about Donna. I had mentioned her to exactly one person. I started noticing other things after that. Mutual friends referencing conversations I was never part of. Comments that revealed Jake had been talking about my work in ways that were not quite accurate. Not outright lies, but subtle reframing. The kind of thing that makes someone seem less impressive without a single false word. I kept rationalizing it. I kept telling myself there was an explanation because the alternative meant 8 years of friendship was something I had completely misread, and that felt impossible. The confirmation came from a message I was never supposed to see. A friend screenshotted a group chat by accident while showing me something else, and there it was. Jake telling people that my work with Donna had fallen apart because I had been difficult to work with. I had never worked with Donna. I had never even met her in person. He had used my connection, positioned himself as the reliable alternative, and then buried me quietly so no one would ask questions. I called him that night. I was calm. I laid out exactly what I had seen and exactly what I knew, and he looked me in the eye through the phone with complete steadiness and said I was misreading it, that I was paranoid, that I had always been insecure about my work, and this was that insecurity talking. He said he was worried about me. He actually said he was worried about me. I have replayed that conversation hundreds of times. The confidence with which he rewrote reality in real time still takes my breath away.